Today, we got a whole bunch of new parts for the B1. Basically, what I got here is a 420 sprocket, a adapter plate for the new motor, and a KR5V. I got a KR5V because that original motor blew up. The motor blew up because I was going about 40, had full power going through it, and then my chain exploded. So basically, the motor was under full power, and then when the chain broke, it had zero load, so it just blew up. So we have a KR5V here, which is gonna be able to run more power than that one. That was a big bottleneck in the system too. So we're actually gonna be able to push this battery to the maximum that it can do. So let's get to unboxing. First, I think this is the motor mounting plate, so let's do this one first. Here we go, we got the motor mounting plate. So it came with some hardware, as you can see. Oh yeah, it seems like plenty of hardware, and I assume this is the plate. Wow, this is extremely wrapped for just a solid chunk of steel. Ooh, that is nice. Holy. Now let's open up. I think this is my 420 sprocket for the motor. I'm gonna run 420 because the stock H35 chain is just too thin, especially for this power. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that 420 sprocket. Oh, beautiful. Now let's open up the new motor. This is the big one. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh my, that's actually heavy. Look at this thing. Wow, that is much smaller than I thought it would be. Wow. Beautiful motor. This is the KR5 V2, so it fixed all the issues. Has a thicker shaft, thicker motor mounts, and some other updates that it did because the original V1 definitely had its issues. Whole new powertrain here. This is my original controller, so this isn't new, but wow. New motor, motor mounting plate, all the hardware, 420 setup. I'm gonna have to do a custom 420 sprocket on this because I've only found one 420 sprocket. It's the wrong size teeth-wise, but it does fit the hub. So I'm gonna do a custom sprocket that I'm gonna build. But man, this is one hell of a mounting plate. It should be strong, hopefully. This should just mount right up in here. Not exactly sure how it goes in. I gotta look at the images, but yeah, something like that. It goes in and mounts. So yeah, this is one hell of a powertrain. Hot packs battery, KR5V, bar driver 72450. This thing's gonna move. But because all the electronics are out of this, let's go give it a wash because it is super dirty. Got it all rinsed off, all nice, got everywhere. Kind of got myself pretty wet, but now let's dry it off and clean it up. I got it all cleaned up. I washed it, wiped it down, washed it again, and wiped it down just now. I'm gonna let it air dry, and then let's throw all the new parts in. So what we gotta do is we gotta put this 420 sprocket on, and look at this. This is a 9-tooth, this is a 10-tooth, but look at the difference between H35 and 420 chain. Holy, this sprocket is so much bigger. So let's put this 420 sprocket on. This is reverse thread, so to loosen it, I believe we got to turn it this way. Kind of weird. One thing I'm noticing is this sprocket doesn't have a flat side in it, nor does the shaft. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to grab the shaft to take this off. So I guess I'm just gonna have to grab the sprocket with vice grips and then take the nut off. So yeah, a little weird, but okay. Got some vice grips on there, so I guess we're just gonna have to take the wrench at it and get it off. Yeah, definitely a little weird. Got it loose, that actually wasn't too hard, and now it's coming off. Pretty weird being reverse thread, but obviously it's got to be that because, you know, the motor spins and it would come off. Got this weird Loctite on it, I'm assuming. Ooh, that's going to be hard to get off. Oh, I did not think about that. Let me just... Oh, I don't want to damage threads. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to get that off. Okay, I tried a few methods, but this seems like the only method, just kind of boom, like that, and then going around. And it seems like it's about to pop off, actually. Just hate that I'm banging up against my motor, but actually no scrapes. So, pretty good. And there we go. Yes, goodbye H35, you have ruined my life. Now we gotta put on this new 420, and I believe it goes that way. Because yeah, old sprocket went like that. So let's get this one on. I might have to pound it on a little bit. Okay, that just slipped right on, actually. Not even that bad. So now let's put all the hardware back on. Okay, got the nut on. It does have quite a bit of like this Loctite substance still on it, so I'm just gonna screw it back on. But yeah, screwing it back on. Nope, that's the wrong direction. Okay, tighten that down a lot, should be good. Let's get the vice grips off, and there we go. Just put 420 on it. Hopefully never have to worry about my chain again. Now let's get this motor mounted to the new plate and everything. So I just went on hotpacks.com and looked at how you're supposed to mount this. It's supposed to mount that way with the triangle so that it fits into your frame here. Little weird, but let's get this bolted down to the mounting plate. We gotta put these bolts in the front and then put this tapered one in the back over here where there's a tapered hole. Perfect. Okay, got the motor mounted and everything. I'm actually gonna hook it all up and gonna get it programmed to this controller and everything. Now let's get these phase wires hooked up. There we go. We got all the phase wires down. Let's just see if I can get this over it again. And now let's plug in our hall sensors. Almost forgot to put my positive for my key ignition in, so I had to take that back apart and put that in. So now let's put this all together. Got everything hooked up, got my key ignition, throttle all hooked up. I don't feel like taking it all off the bike. This is a 5-pole pair motor. My old one used to be 3, so I gotta go reprogram the controllers. Okay, got the motor in. It's actually not fully in, I'll explain later, but I got it all wired up and it does work, as you can see. Not trying to rev it too much, but here's the problem. It's not sitting fully flat against the frame because that screw, it's super hard to see, but that part of the motor is hitting the frame. There you go, now you can see. It's not letting it fully go down, which is causing a pretty crooked sprocket. So definitely gotta figure out that issue. I think that comes down to because my motor mount is bent on my old motor, so kind of got to bend it back, and then hopefully this should fit. So I've been working on this for quite a while and I cannot get it to sit right. As you can see, it's not sitting right. It's still not aligned with the wheel right. So I got everything in, got the battery and controller up in there. It should be, it is working. I have one issue. I couldn't get the 3rd bolt for this motor mount in. As you can see, missing one down there. I kind of like halfway stripped the thread because this is aluminum, so I kind of stripped it easily. I might try to re-thread it. And this is not sitting all the way back where it's kind of supposed to be. It's a little geeked. I gotta get the new sprocket. That's coming tomorrow. I'm gonna make a custom sprocket, chain, and all that, so yeah. Okay, so this is day 2. We got some new parts in. We got a 420 chain here. Amazon chain, but should be good if I have problems. Then I'll just get an RLV. And I got this sprocket. This sprocket is huge. Look at this thing. Jeez, it looks small on camera, but like, I don't have a tiny hand, but like, dang. We should be able to mod this super easily to fit, just drill some new holes, and yeah. I just threw the chain on the front. Honestly, this chain is so mean, and this sprocket is a 60 tooth. That's a 65, and look at that size difference. Yeah, and actually, my motor doesn't fit exactly right. It's kind of over a little bit, but that's good, because if I pull the chain just about straight, it's gonna come over where the new sprocket's gonna be, because my new sprocket's gonna go on top of the hub. So let's get this thing up on a stand and take the whole rear wheel off. This should, oh, now we should, okay, there goes the whole rear tire. Now we just have to take out this old rear sprocket and use it as a temp. Got the sprocket off, and comparing it to this one, basically just need to drill this whole set into here. I did test and this clears the bearing. That hole will just about clear that bearing. New sprocket came with these new longer bolts because the stock ones would definitely be too short. As you can see, that stock one would be too short to have it actually screw in enough if it was on top of the hub. But these somehow are the right thread. So yeah, we got some nice super long ones, and these will be mint. So now we have to just get this all perfectly aligned and mark out these holes and drill them, I guess. So basically what I did is I put this original sprocket on, and then I set this one over top and aligned it perfectly with the middle of this hub and put a vice grip on it. So hopefully, if I'm careful enough, these will stay together and I can mark holes on this sprocket through the backside. Now that I probably just messed it up that I tilted it, but you get the point. Got it off, got the holes marked and everything, and this should be good, hopefully. And I'm gonna take this sprocket off and see how it looks. As you can see, those are the new holes. I went through, measured them. They were actually like exactly spot on with each other. So I'm gonna tap them and drill them and see how it fits. Got it set up in the vise. I got it like this, so I'm not gonna bend it and I can actually push down on it. Don't have to push to the side. Hopefully that should be good. Okay, I got 2 out of the 4 holes drilled. These are proving way harder to drill. I think it's half to do with my drill bits. I'm using like 4 drill bits. They're not the best, but they are still well good enough to drill through this. And this is, holy, this is so hard to drill through. I've almost broken up a sweat just drilling through these 2. So after almost like half an hour of drilling, I got all the 4 holes. Holy crap, that was way harder than it should have. I'm gonna sand down some of this just extra, clean it up a little bit, and attempt to throw it on. So I cleaned it up and doing a little test fit. It's definitely off a little bit now that I look at that, and ooh. Maybe I can shift it around because these holes are a little big, so it can slide around a little, but that's only like 2 millimeters. I should be fine. Okay, I got some Loctite here, just some basic Loctite. So I'm gonna put this on these bolts, put them in, and hopefully we should be good. Got them Loctited. I just gotta tighten these down and get it all tightened down properly and torqued down so this doesn't fall off. Oh no, dude. I forgot to put spacers and I just... Oh no. I guess we're running three screws. Oh, cooked. Oh no, yeah, we gotta put spacers. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. Guess we could JB weld it. Got a little bit of JB weld, mixed it up. Still gonna mix it up more. Honestly, if this doesn't work, a new wheel is like $100 from Bomb Moto. So it's not really the end of the world, and 3 mounts should be enough, but there is kind of a 4th mount for a reason, but I guess we'll see. I mean, it actually doesn't look that bad. JB Weld's never let me down. I'm gonna let this sit for like 20 minutes and then try to bolt it down. Honestly, I might just have to buy a new wheel. Got it all on this time. The JB Weld has to sit for like 10 hours. So I'm gonna put this all back together, do a tiny test run, and I actually didn't tighten down this bolt at any. Like, I just got it kind of finger tight in there just to keep that in place. And hopefully it doesn't blow up. Got the wheel on. Honestly, I might just have to order a new wheel. That cracked mount is pretty bad, but let's try to throw on the chain and do a tiny test run. Got it measured, and I'm gonna use the included chain tool because it's actually not that bad quality, and I think it should work fine. Got the chain broken off there, so we're gonna reuse this master link that came with it. There are quite a few others, actually a surprising amount. And we're gonna assemble this chain onto the bike. Okay, I got it all together. Got it together pretty good. Chain tension, it's a little tight, but that can be adjusted and it's not too bad. But it does work, look at this. That is so mint. This chain should hopefully not explode 420. This is huge compared to the stock H35. I did a little circle around in the garage because my hub is broken, so I'm just trying to go really slow. And holy, this is smooth. Holy crap, and you can feel the torque. Like, I'm giving it no throttle there and it's going. So now with these upgrades, I basically have all the issues that I had with it fixed. Chain was the first issue, it was too small and wasn't aligned. This is aligned and way bigger. But while we're here upgrading, let's add my plug-and-play display kit to my bike so I can actually know what my battery's at. I'm gonna mount it in here, so I'm gonna take off this cover and cut it out. Okay, so I'm gonna put this display in this cover. I'm gonna cut it out and do it. 3, 2, 1, and there we go. It's all in. Honestly, pretty clean. Not the best fitment, but best I can do with a razor blade. Okay, got it all here. Gotta just put this on. Added a little notch for my wire to go through because I can't get through this material. So we're gonna put this all back together. It mounted in there, it's pretty good. Lock this door. Now I just have to plug this into my controller. If you're interested in one of these, go look at my website, razoron.com. It's linked in my bio, and everything you'll find in the description. This is completely plug and play for forward driver and Vevor. So let's plug it into our forward driver. This plugs into our indicator and alarm port. As you can see here, I'm gonna clean these because these are super dirty on my controller side and make sure it gets a good connection. Got it all plugged in there, obviously there, no custom wiring. And now that's it, we turn it on. Turns on with our bike, with our key, didn't even have to touch it, and there we go. Shows our battery and percentage. Super clean, honestly. And it turns off with the key. As you can see, if I turn it off, it turns off and turns on. So yeah, don't have to worry about it, don't have to touch it. That's honestly pretty clean. Definitely go check out razoron.com. Now that I look at it, I might just run it through and drill a hole, but we'll see. This is one of the first test runs with the new motor. I got it tuned, okay. I've been doing a couple flybys and holy crap, this thing is fast. Let's see here. We're only at about 60%. And oh my god, this thing is so fast. I'm running about 13.5 kilowatt right now, continuous. Limited by my battery. My battery can only do 175. I'm running 170 right now. So I could turn it up another 5, but I don't really feel like running my battery at the max. And this thing is so torquey. It is insane. Right now I'm giving it like no throttle. Like, it just picks up. Let's try to do a little boosted launch here. I'm gonna spin out on the grass, but I'm just gonna ease into it. Holy crap. Holy, oh my god. It's gonna be hard to tell on camera, bro. My front wheel was up that entire time. If you're not leaning forward, your front wheel is off the ground, gone. Like, look at this. Holy crap. Jeez. Can't even send it fully because I don't have enough braking time before I run into the neighbor's house over there. This thing is insane. So much torque. Jeez, and I'm also trying not to tear up the yard too much. But, oh my, this thing's so fast. That's like quarter throttle right there. This is like, I'm gonna do quarter throttle. It just picks up. It just goes. Like, it's almost scary on the trails. So let's go hit this trail over here. The thing is, my rear tire hooks like really well somehow. Even though it's kind of just a China tire, it hooks good. So I almost looped it back here like 5 minutes ago. Because I meant to like spin it out a little, but it just hooked. Let's hit this jump, not too fast. Brake. Right there, it hooked. But holy crap. Dude, if you're on the throttle, the front end is not down. Let's take the whole trail. If you're on the throttle more than like a quarter, your front end is not on the ground. And the 420 feels amazing. Fully confident in it. It doesn't feel like it's about to explode like the H35 did the whole time. Whoa! Dude, I did that last time. I came out of there and I almost looped it. Just like that. There's a little dip in the yard, so I gotta be careful. I'm running about 13 kilowatt continuous right now, which comes out to about 18-ish horsepower. This motor is super high torque, so I'm probably in the 20 horsepower range. 20 horsepower and about a 120-pound bike here. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh yeah, my motor's definitely starting to warm up. Yeah, these motors can actually run really hot. Their max temp is 140C. Earlier I was riding and I was like, man, this thing's getting too hot. I thought it was getting too hot. But I like checked it with the thermal gun and it's only at like 70C. Max is 140 rated. Because the temperature sensor is not working with my four driver. Not sure what's up. I don't know, just a little bug, something. It's not working right. Spins. I'm trying to seat bounce it, which I shouldn't be. I'm just gonna roll this. I do not feel like eating it. I got no boots on. And I do have my motor helmet on, so not bad. Like that, I just pinned it, spun it right out. Dude, I just spun that whole trail. That whole trail, my rear wheel was spinning. Not gonna pin it there because it's gonna hook, but... Jeez, gee, whoa! Jeez. You see how much I tore it up over here? Jeez. This thing's too fast. Like, I do not need more than that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely put a lot of money into this, so please like this video for the algorithm. I need to make this money back, and go check out razoron.com. Please go check it out. Plug and play for VevWar and forward driver controllers. Super nice quality. Look at that. Tells you your battery, everything, and it turns on and off with your key. Look at that. Turns on and off with your key. Honestly, highly suggest it. Definitely go check out my website to pay for this, and just like the video. So I'll see you guys next time.